We're going to go to number bet here, and we're going to look at the Pirish Ri Saruk. That's where we're going now. Let me spot my pencil. Here we go. Bir Khan the Fi Darko, and now. So we saw that the Ramak generally holds that the snake refers to the side of Raw. That was the previous one. The Ri Saruk doesn't hold like that. Bir Khan the Fi Darko, and now Shazana Vanacha Shakudusha Shuhu Taikef Hadinim, which that's what it represents. Rotza the Islam Amatek Ayidecha Ba'achizech of the Rosh Anachos Lamala. So what it wants to do is it wants to reach up to be able to get to that Rosh, which is sweet. Shehu Dinim Mutakim Bihi Yosef Sama L'Chasada de Kedusha Ayin Sham. I think we've heard this idea a little bit already, or not. But so therefore, as he goes along, he explains Achre Kaspi. What does Achre Kaspi mean? Behind the shoulders. So he says this is according to the original defus of the Ri. So after the Hibya saw that is the Nacha Shadol B'Choisi Yecholah the Matek Zan V'Shalom Minarosh Shalom Minarosh. So he says like this: the Zan saw that it wasn't able to reach the Rosh. I guess he couldn't get there to get it. So then what happens is the head shalah of the snake. So I didn't get that. So the H, I guess he means it goes down. And that's how the tail got onto the head. The head, it sounds like the head circles around or goes around to the tail. And this is what it means, is that the Resha went back to the area behind the shoulders. So what's around the shoulders? The shoulders is in order, there's some ideas on this. Because if you go down to the shoulders, that's what the chasadim are. So you could take that, you could pick up some hamtoko. That's where I hear it. So he says that what we really want to get to here is, what does it mean when the zonba holds on to the resha? As a zonba. At that moment, the need to sweeten, the resha didn't have the strength, lahamtik as a zonba, to be able to sweeten the zonba. So he's saying the son of, the snake is on the top, by the top of the head, but it can't get down. It doesn't have the strength to be able to sweeten anything, sweeten the lower part. So therefore, it remains over there attached onto the head. That machzir as a reisha shalah, then it's able to take its head connected chasadim down by the sadim. In other words, so he's a nechas b'soch reisha, so that he doesn't bring any sweetness to it, but he attaches that the tail attaches to the head, and then the oz chayzer mahader as a reisha shalo connected chasadim, and then they went down together by the chasadim sheba'akre kasvin the gedusha that are on the back of the gedusha. So now they're working together, or they're flowing together because they're attached. So he says there are two different things here. One is attachment, and the other was sweetening. Just by attaching yourself to the head doesn't mean that you got sweetened. The head actually, whatever, I'm not sure what this implies, but it has the ability to be able to go down to the shoulder area, which is where the chasadim are located, pick them up, and then and it gets a hamtaka over there behind the kasvin. Okay, now, so the bigger question is, as we're reading through these different things, where does it come out? What are we actually trying to? What does Rebbe Shimon really want to teach us here? This is a big subject. So he's got this snake. I thought the original idea was to describe to us, and he has tried at least to show us how this spread from that first tikkun. We had that idea that you have the Biburim coming up to the Mukhas Limon. This Mukhas Limon is manifested the first tikkun, and out of that first tikkun, then you have a whole bunch of things said about it. And part of it is this concept of the snake, which I haven't all got it together. So let's read on. So now we're going to go down to the comment on the Ri Saruk. And if it came a mashbech of bechem shedivich of Ri Saruk, he says Sham Shakasav is this is what he says. Being Tomer Echoy Koyach the Hivya the Hasim Zanva Shesham Kul Taikif Vidinim. In other words, it's like having a huge weight on you, pulling you down. Sham Tokif Vidinim Vibration Shuhu Sama connected the Chasadim to the head, which is up there by the Chasadim. Although he Asher the Hidabek Davar Shuhu Gas V'av, so it's impossible that something should be so. Well, I said heavy, so here he says thick and opaque. Bitachom davar hadak, right at the border. It's hard to see something which is opaque. I guess there's something which is clear. There's no middle ground there. I think that's what he meant. Davar shu gas va'av bitachom with the boundary of davar hadak, something very not like that. In other words, they don't match up. So how would you make that work? So the ner hachazak, I don't know if he means the gevur da'atek. I'm not sure. He says the original ner hachazak, the butzinu de kadanusa, is the secret of something that is round or circular or ball shaped. Kolom v'shachoya hachamisha gevuras devukim yachad ka'agol. Benikuda achas. So this is a big chiddush here. I don't know where it's, he says this is the five gevuros are actually the way we see it in the Rishash Siddur is like it'll spread out. Here we see that they're actually, he says they're really in a circle. Benikuda achas, and they're really just one point. In other words, they're all bound together in one circle. The hiyos now he's back to the concept of hakika. The hainu hachivya. Now he says that the hakika is the hivya. Nishavah b'min haner chazak aniskar. So this ner, which is circular or ball shaped, which composed of five gevuros, it causes this hakika. Also, I guess that's what it is. It's circular. It makes a space. This havu min haner hachaz it comes from the botzin of the kardanusa, which is this original, I guess, simsum, something like that. This original gevura. So therefore, it has the power to make itself ball shaped, just like the rule, its root. So let me see what he says. Since the root is round or ball shaped, then this combination of the tail that we're talking about, and what did he say about the tail? He says, Ho'il shahaganer anazar hanizrahu na'aseh b'sod agol. That's one. After davishu gas v'ra. Okay, I lost the thought. I'll have to come back to me later. So he said, the sim zonvo beresha, to put its tail by its head. Sha'al yedei zecha na'asa hu kumo agol. So in other words, the pattern of the ball shape, which is the original, let's say the original simsum, that pattern is carried on. And as a result of that, that's how the tail, which is heavy and opaque, able to come to something clear and sweet. V'yesh od tam acher. Here's another reason. The Gemosha HaGavul, so he says that Begavul Shenigval Bashir Kli HaKeser. So he says that you have what? Shebegavul Shenigval, right? The boundary. Bashir Kli HaKeser. Hoya Kola Eses Spheres Ka'agol. Everything there was in the ball shape. Now he says Shugavul, the boundary is everything around this, the top of this is ball shaped. Gavar Yudata should call Mal Yesh Begadusha, so you already know everything, this rule. Yesh Gam came Kadimian Hazeb Klipa. So you have the same thing. Now, what exactly why I brought this, I'm not sure. L'chein Kadimian, the Zechav and the Asa Gam came a dinim, so this is the same way that dinim work. Behind the Sham, the Shem Hidya, uh, the I think it's the Shem Hivya Zanva Varesha. I That's hard for me to read it. Okay, Visham Hivya Hivya Zanva Beresha. So there we have the concept of the Hivya with the tail on the head. Now he's saying over here that the concept of the Hivya is like a gevura, or it's the hollowing out process, things like that, and it's ball shaped or circular. And so therefore, as a result of that, I guess he wants to say that it's natural for the tail and the head to come together because the pattern from the original Butsina de Cardenuta is ball shaped like that. Okay, do we have another few minutes? We can go through. That was a new idea, some new stuff from the people from Ri Saruk, and here's the Pirush Talmud. It seems to be the same thing, or not the same, but he also goes. Let's see, Nibra Shabir Khan the rate. I'm sorry. Let's go. Okay, that's the shoot today.